Hi there, I'm Janelle Lawrence, and today I will be sharing how to implement CSR in your classroom. If you're looking for a general video on CSR, please watch my previous video. It is linked below. CSR stands for Collaborate Strategic Reading, and it is a set of instructional strategies that are aimed at improving vocabulary acquisition, teaching comprehension, identifying the main idea, teaching questioning techniques, and synthesizing skills. CSR is broken into 3 stages: before the reading stage, during the reading stage, and after the reading stage. Each of these stages have a set of deliberate instructional strategies that must be taught to the students in order for it to be effective. Do not try and teach all the strategies in one setting or even in one week, because students will be confused as well as you. You'll lose track of what's going on in the classroom and what your learning target is. In my previous video, I explained how CSR approaches the before the reading strategy or the previewing the text. Today we are looking at the stage, during the reading stage, and we're looking specifically at click and clunks, or rather how to turn clunks into clicks. Now, if you're like me and never heard of the term click and clunks before, you might be a little bit confused. But think of it like this. Click is when the a concept, a word, what you're reading clicks into place, you understand it. Clunks happen now when you're confused. And this could be like the vocabulary is throwing you off and it clunks in your head. So CSR teaches strategies to turn clunks into clicks. So now what to do when you encounter clunks, or rather your students encounter clunks? Well, CSR has an approach to turn clunks into clicks, and they're called FixUp Strategies. There are 4 FixUp strategies in all. The ones that I rely on the most and I find that eliminate most of my clunks, or most of my students' clunks, are the first. The first one is to reread the sentence with the clunk. It sounds so simple, but it does help. A lot of time, there are clues to the meaning of the clunk within the same sentence. Now, a second one is to read the sentence before and after the clunk. Again, clues to the meaning are right around the word. So if the author introduces a new term, chances are either in the sentence before or after, there's a definition, or there are clues to the definition of a clunk or the unknown word. The third FixUp strategy I find also useful, and it does help with my students a lot when they identify root words, look for prefixes and suffixes. I'm always telling my students, break the word down. There are words within words that you recognize, and they can use that to find to help them fix the clunks and turn them into clicks. The fourth and final FixUp strategy is to identify cognates, and this is really good for multi-language learners, because cognates occur when words are similar across multiple language. And here's an example. Now, if you're like me who only speak one language, you find it very difficult to just come up with cognates or identify cognates off the top of your head. So I have a free resource for those who sign up for my mailing list. I also have included is a list of root words, prefixes, and suffixes. So yes, sign up for my mailing list and you'll get that right away. It is the list of cognates as well as a list of suffixes, prefixes, and root words. You just have to sign up for my mailing list. I know that I've been showing you examples of me using FixUp strategies to turn clunks into clicks, but I also want to show how to teach CSR to this point. So that is how to preview the text, or the before the reading stage, as well as this part of the during the reading stage. So stay tuned. I'm going to switch over into voiceover mode and I'll show you how my typical lesson looks. It'll be very student facing, so you'll see the PowerPoint version or the Google Slides version of my lesson and how I actually use the 2 parts and send my students on to work. But before you go any further, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications so that you do not miss any more videos. My goal for this year is to get 1,000 subscribers, and I hope that you will be one of them. So please like and subscribe.
Alright, this is a slide that I made just for the purpose of this video, but this is on a topic I have taught before. In my first 5 years of teaching social studies, I did teach 6th and 7th grade social studies. This is from the 6th grade curriculum. The stories or the article that I chose was an article that I did with my 6th graders last year to read. This year I teach 7th grade, but I felt for the purpose of this video to go with this. So, how does CSR look in a classroom? Remember, you have to preview the text, and preview the text is teacher focused or teacher driven. So the way you preview the text, as my previous video said, is you introduce the topic, you allow for brainstorming, and you allow for students to predict what they're going to read. So this is how I will start with a focus question. How does the archaeological record shape our understanding of the past? And our learning target, I can use CSR to help me learn about archaeology. Then give the definition of the keyword archaeology. Even though that CSR has Click and Clunks and they have those strategies to come up with vocab, it is good practice to give them the keyword, words that they're going to encounter, words that they're going to need to know in order to learn or achieve the learning standard or actually read the document. CSR now comes into play, or Click and Clunk is other words that they encounter as they read that might clunk, but it's not one of the keywords. So I give a definition of archaeology, I give some images, I like to give a video when I do this with my 6th graders. I have a little opportunity for them to turn and talk, for them to engage with the topic. This is basically activating or helping them brainstorm, what do you know now about archaeology, even before you start reading. And this is the article, Learning About the Past, Archaeologists Study Artifacts. So here they will learn, or they can go over or they can make predictions, on what they will learn. I think another keyword that would have been good to go over would be artifacts. And then this is the CSR poster. I've decided to make this CSR poster free, and then I will have the accompanying worksheets where you can purchase. So I think I'm going to start building my first bundle, and this bundle will be a CSR bundle. So if you want this poster that you can hang up in your classroom, I have them on my walls, and I also have them, or my co-teacher has it on her small group table, and then I also use them, cut them up, and put them on individual tables as reminders. So if you want that, it is in my TPT store, and I'll put the link below. So how do I teach it? So if you're going to introduce Click and Clunks, you have to introduce it. You have to teach them the skill. So I'll give them a piece of article like this. In this case, I give them 2 paragraphs just because I felt like the clunks would have been in the second paragraph. So you go over it. How do we learn about the past? Scientists and other experts do different types of research to uncover what life was like hundreds and even thousands of years ago. The study of history helps humans understand who we were and who we are today. Experts use ideas and imagination, shared knowledge, and shared hard work to put together the puzzle pieces of history. Honestly, for my 6th graders, there would have been no clunks there. So I will continue going. Some of these experts are archaeologists. Archaeology is the study of human history through the excavation or digging up of historical sites. Right here, if I didn't introduce archaeology as my keyword, this would have been perfect for me to show them how to model how we identify clunks and use the FixUp strategies. However, archaeology is a known word. I taught it, so my clunk would be the word excavation. So let's go through the FixUp strategy. So the first FixUp strategy is to reread the sentence with the clunk. Archaeology is the study of human history through the excavation or digging up of historical sites. And just like rereading the sentence, I see that excavation means digging up. And I'll add that to my learning log. This is the learning log I say will be on my TPT store along with the other worksheets, or if you want to call them CSR learning logs. So you write the clunk, and then you write the meaning, digging up. And then just to make sure it works, let's put it back in the sentence. Archaeology is the study of humans through history through the digging up of historical sites. And it does work. So we're going to circle FixUp Strategy 1. That's the one we used. Archaeologists study artifacts and other physical remains to learn what life was like for early humans and other animals. I could have used artifacts right here as a clunk, and by rereading the sentence with it, we'll see it has to do with other physical remains. So remember, CSR is a group work kind of stuff. So with students bouncing the ideas off of each other, we can see artifacts or stuff that remained that tells us about early humans. That would have been a good clunk to include. I didn't. Then we'll do another redo. Archaeology is the science of rubbish. Archaeologist Stuart Piggott once said, the former Urbis Rome, sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, may just be the world's biggest jigsaw puzzle. Carved across marble slabs 45 feet high and 60 feet long, it is a map of ancient Rome showing every street, building, room, and staircase. 1800 years ago, it hung in the Roman Census Bureau, the most detailed map of the city ever produced. So my clunk is the one I struggled to say. I'm not even going to say it again. And let's do the FixUp strategies. Let's try FixUp strategy 1. The former Urbis Rome may just be the world's biggest jigsaw puzzle. From rereading the sentence, I'm hearing that it's a jigsaw puzzle, but that does not fit into what we learned so far. Because we're talking about archaeology. Are we talking about games? I'm not sure if that's the answer. Carved across marble slabs 45 feet high and 60 feet long, it is a map of ancient Rome showing every street, building, room, and staircase. Oh, so it's something that is carved on a marble slab and it shows a map of Rome. So when I was doing this, I did not really read it that well. So I said it was the former Urbis, whatever. It's a carved marble slab. It's carved on a marble slab, but it's actually a map of ancient Rome. And that will be FixUp strategy 2 because I had to read the sentence after the clunk. And I'm not going back to change that, but you get the point. So the reason I wanted to show you this is I want to show you that we preview the text and we can also teach a skill. It's not either or. Preview skill, you're not going to be taking forever just to teach your students what to do. You can quickly model, all right?
So this is all that I have for today. Thank you for watching my video. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Again, my 2023 goal is to have 1,000 subscribers. And by subscribing, you will not miss another upload because I will continue to speak about CSR and how to teach reading in your content classrooms. Again, thank you for watching and see you in my next upload.